This video is not financial advice. This is for entertainment. This is for a dialogue to be started between me and you. Please comment, please share, please discuss. Venmo will enable fiat to crypto payments in May. This is exciting for many people because this is more adoption for corporations that they are now interacting with crypto. But there are some concerns. The executive said this feature would expand the choices available to Venmo users, which he said has proven successful and implemented on PayPal. It would also provide a use case for digital assets because now crypto will be used for fast and free near-instant transfers between Venmo wallets and PayPal wallets, which is basically connecting two of the largest networks and wallets in the country to receive crypto from external address through a crypto address QR code. Man, that sounds futuristic. That's the simplicity that we've been looking for, that we could have just a QR code and just scan it and just transfer funds that way. This would make for mass adoption because everyone knows how to just scan a code. It can make it really easy for everyone. PayPal has partnered with other companies to expand its crypto service offerings. In December, the payment provider integrated with MetaMask, allowing MetaMask users to purchase crypto through their PayPal personal accounts and have it sent directly to their self-custody wallets. Once again, this is great because you can transfer it straight to your custody, where you can have custody of your own crypto, which is something ideal for people like me. Here's my concern. I try to get many sources so that you guys wouldn't be blinded by one news article or the next. I don't like this one, I don't like that one. So I try to find a little bit here and there, just to appease all of you. PayPal shuts down accounts of anti-war publications, and this is a World Socialist website. Over the past week, the online payments company PayPal has launched a censorship campaign against independent and left-wing publishers who have been critical of the official narrative about the US and NATO war against Russia and Ukraine by shutting down their accounts. Reason: PayPal says it won't fine users $2,500 for misinformation, but it will fine them for intolerance. New York Post: forget using PayPal if your views run afoul against this left-wing group. It's not just PayPal, McShirley continued. Several of the major payment processors have been playing an increasing role in policing online speech. PayPal is an incredible corporation that allows for us to transfer money. But they also have a lot of power, a lot of centralized power. With them having the ability to possibly mediate transactions, this could be a concern for many people who want to be involved in decentralization. So here's the white paper at bitcoin.org. What is needed is an electronic payment system based on cryptographic proof instead of trust, allowing any two willing parties to transact directly with each other without the need of a trusted third party. And why would we want to be able to do direct payments? While the system works well enough for most transactions, it still suffers from inherent weaknesses of the trust-based model. Completely non-reversible transactions are not really possible, since financial institutions cannot avoid mediating disputes. The cost of mediation increases transaction costs, limiting the minimum practical transaction size and cutting off possibility for small casual transactions. And there is a broader cost to loss of ability to make non-reversible payments for non-reversible services. With the possibility of reversal, their need for trust spreads. Merchants must be wary of their customers, hassling them for more information than they would otherwise need. A certain percentage of fraud is accepted as unavoidable. These costs and payment uncertainties can be avoided in person by using physical currency, but no mechanism exists to make payments over a communication channel without a trusted party. Bitcoin became that. Though this article says FedNow is not a CBDC, it's a payment service, not a form of currency, and it doesn't eliminate cash or any other current form of payment. So it's a payment service, not a form of currency. Okay. A little bit of confusion there. It's clear that not everyone is clear what FedNow is. In an embarrassingly incorrect tweet, according to this article, Democrat presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. referred to FedNow as a central bank digital currency and claimed that CBDCs grease the slippery slope to financial slavery and political tyranny. The government's version of real-time payments will launch this summer. It's not a currency, but you make payments to this. It's not CBDC, but it's not physical currency. Okay. Clear as mud. Got it. Whatever FedNow is, it's clear that it will not be decentralized. It's exciting when we go through this list of who accepts Bitcoin as payment, and we see Wikipedia, Microsoft, AT&T, Burger King, KFC, Overstock, Subway, Twitch, Pizza Hut, Miami Dolphins, Dallas Mavericks, Virgin Galactic, Norwegian Air, Namecheap. The list goes on. I think at this point, we need to start considering, do we want mediation of our transactions? Do we want someone to be able to reverse our transaction, which goes against Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system? The more we have different people involved, the less we have two willing parties to transact directly to each other without the need of a trusted third party, which of course, as it says, will make it to where they'll need more information to make sure we're trustworthy. I think it's very important that we look at these forks, because we have a fork of decentralization or centralization, each having their pros and cons. We have centralization, which means that we have someone to go to, we have someone to mediate between disputes. We have decentralization, where we don't have that, so therefore whatever we transact, whatever gets robbed from us, is robbed. There's no one to say reverse, no one to stop. So let's go down the road of centralization. We have the ability to reverse. We need to start figuring out who we're going to trust with this, because we got banks, we got corporations, we got government. Government has what's supposed to be in charge of our current currency. We see inflation rising every year. We see mass inflation this year, especially when you look at the things that inflation doesn't look at, which is foods and goods and utilities. We have corporations, which we've seen, like PayPal. There's been very big criticisms of PayPal, of how they're censoring people from different viewpoints. China has social credit score, which if you say the wrong thing, you can be discredited. You can have all kinds of things happen to you. Is there anyone you can trust? For me personally, no. I'd prefer the peer-to-peer. And just because we have peer-to-peer doesn't mean we can't have other options. We could have corporations accept our transactions. Of course, corporations aren't going to be eager to be in a situation to where they could lose money. We also have corporations that have been successful with it. We know that Tesla has a lot of Bitcoin. It keeps Bitcoin. With all the financial collapses, with how the government's handled the printing off of our currency, with how they can't keep their budget, do you trust corporations, and do you trust the government with your currency? Let me know in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Get this out so that more people can join in this discussion, so that we can find a resolution before the time comes that we don't have that option. Because with the banks collapsing, with the currencies, inflation, if there is any chance of hyperinflation, this would be a huge rush to do a FedNow or any kind of CBDC or whatever you want to call it, a digital currency. We know that something that's supposed to be temporary can last years. 14 days to slow the spread can turn into a year or two, and I'm not blaming anyone for that situation or how it ended up that way. I'm just saying, it's a matter of fact that when the government gets involved, it's hard to turn the ship quick. So Malcolm X said the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Let's prepare today. Let's get a hold of this, kind of find a consensus before it becomes too late. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. And if you have the time, have the chance, I would appreciate if you check that out for me. Thank you guys.